Drive and motivation come from goal setting. And when you can set the right goal, one that motivates you, one that gets you out of bed in the morning, that's when you're driven. You know, it's kind of a paradox though, because yeah, you can set this great goal and you can have all the drive and motivation in the world, but if you don't set up the right process, or if you don't create the right plan to reach that goal, then what's the point of all the motivation or drive to reach it? Today is what we call an 8-mile predicted marathon pace workout, or in short, 8-mile PMP. And so we'll do it on our big 8-mile lake loop, and we'll hit probably between 4:48 to 4:50 pace. Just a little more aggressive than marathon pace. And yeah, it's our first one of the build, so it should be fun. It should be an interesting indicator of where we're at. My high hamstring and hip is feeling a little weird right now, to be honest. So hopefully I'll get in a rhythm and it'll feel fine. I gotta figure out what is causing that, because it's kind of tweaky. Ready, go. Obviously, wanting to compete at the Olympics at the highest level that I can, I think there's this idea that you can go to the Olympics and you can just be happy to be there. You know, there's all these dudes that are ranked way higher and can run way faster than I am. So let's just go and enjoy the moment. But there's kind of this, this feeling of like, okay, I don't want to just be happy to be there. I want to see what I can do on a world stage, and that's really motivating, right? What also motivates me for sure is just like knowing all of my other competitors that are working just as hard as I am.
Nice work, go good. 49.
What's up, Rory?
Woo! Bro, it's because I knew if I kept trying, I wasn't finishing. It's one of those.
Let every step of the dang thing.
Well, here's the thing. Every now and then, I'd be like, okay, now it feels relaxed. And then I'd feel a surge. I'm like, no, not again. It's like body blow, body blow. That's the Mance method. Break them down slowly. Go for the KO late. You're good, man.
Way to go, Mance.
You're fit. You're fit.
We're fit. 448, 447, 449, 447, 445, 447, 448, 448. That is some beautiful pacing.
What was your cum time for the workout
I don't know.
portion? Okay.
I don't know.
Because I was just like 39 flat, which I think quick maths is like 452 average.
Sounds right.
Maybe. 8 times 8, what is that, 56? So 451 point.
Hey, faster than marathon pace.
and there's no way in the world I'm running a 451 pace marathon in these conditions on that road.
That's a good point. But I stuck it kind of well. I guess I faded the last
I sped up at the half
600.
mile, so. That's a tough last mile too, with the little hill.
How was my hip? It actually warmed up pretty good. I thought about it about 3 miles in. I was like, oh yeah, how's my hip doing? And non-issue. And then even with like a mile or two to go when we started pressing up those hills, I was like, how's it doing? And I was like, non-issue. So sometimes you just got to start the workout and see what happens. And most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't bother you at all. So that's why you got to pay attention in the cool down, right? Oh.
I just think, I'm just amazed that these guys, like maybe you get used to it, but like just the way that they go at it, like so frequently, so hard. Like I do a lot of volume and like more like small hits, you know what I mean? Big workouts, but like they're like, the efforts are like always like holding a lot back, like kind of like touch and go, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just a different way to approach it. I like I probably do once a month, like something that's like rip the Band-Aid off kind of effort.
This is still-ish tight, but not as tight.
Any
but
numbness?
I'm worried about this and this.
Any numbness or tingling?
No numbness, no tingling.
Okay. I'm gonna have you do a test for me. Sit facing me. And I want you to kick your right leg out. You're gonna put your hands behind your back. Kick your right leg out. And then tuck your head forward. I still am convinced that it's muscular, and there could be some stuff here that we can loosen up in your hip, but we want to just make sure that we're checking all boxes. So I can needle a little bit more into the meat and then shoot medial and just see if we get both of those. The other thing I think I want to do though is get closer up, higher.
Yeah, where how does this kick in?
So your glute max is up here and it kind of wraps down, and sometimes we poke through the glute max to get to some of those smaller muscles underneath, some of the deep musculature of the hip, and then you are going to get, this is the hamstring insertion right here at that ischial tuberosity, and so that's where I'm poking at.
Mm-hmm. What is?
So that's going to be more joint. I mean, that's like, I could do a lumbar manipulation and see if we can't loosen that up too. Andrew, I think I mentioned this before, but Clayton is one of the one of the easier people to work with because he's very finely in tune with his body. So he tells me everything instead of me having to guess, which is really, really nice. Go ahead and push out again. And so he knows the anatomy and knows where he's feeling things. He's very, very body aware. Go ahead and squeeze together. Ooh, that was a good one. All right, I want to keep your right one down and your left one stays up. And so whenever I work with Clayton, I kind of get the benefit of him telling me what's going on and then me going into a little bit further investigation of it. Over to the right. And And then straight down here. Okay. I'm gonna have you lie on your side facing this way. That second leg, second and third technically. Ready? Was 14 and a half.
Gosh. Yeah, they put you through the ringer.
Woo. Feel good? Still doing okay there?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, baby. That's a good spot. Is you doing okay or do you want more?
A little more.
Okay. And you're fatiguing it to the point where it finally relaxes, because there's areas in that muscle that just don't want to relax, those trigger points or those muscle knots. And so the goal is to fatigue it to the point where it relaxes. But it's not going to be fatiguing to the point where Clayton has trouble running on it or anything like that. And people who have had more experience with dry needling usually recover quicker from it. And since he's had a decent amount of experience with it, specifically in this same leg last week, he's going to recover and bounce back pretty quick. But he still might be sore for anywhere from 24 to 48 hours just in the muscle that we needle. So
Money.
How's that feel?
Money, Kieran. This is the right amount of strengthening I need.
Good.
Morning.
Morning.
Playing young.
James! Wait.
Good morning.
Clay, what time did you wake up this morning?
7:22.
Oh my god. Been up for like 3 hours.
What a crew.
This you guys have one of the best.
We're definitely
camp
taking
coaches.
Oh,
Yeah. Joey is amazing. And he works hard, but he keeps running.
yeah, we've been
You guys are in a good crew.
You guys are world-class runners, the worst communicators I've ever seen.
Welcome back to promo. Nothing's changed.
Ah, yes. Morale. What's that one roller wide road up there? Yeah. Foothill, that'd be a good one. Out and back on that. Saw Scotty yesterday. Yeah.
What did you say?
He said it was good. And told me a little more of the science behind it.
trying to only do one workout this week, which is this, and then I'm gonna go do another show on Sunday, and I'm gonna go check out the speed go course to see if I would ever be interested in doing that. Intrigued to see how this one goes for you, Clayton.
This is like miles 13 to like 17.
This grade? felt all out. That was more like my last key workout. So pretty early.
Not bad, not bad.
319 per K. Yeah.
Nice warm one. That was a good fatigue. Just under 520 pace for all 8. Average, I should say. So, felt actually pretty poppy. My hip and glute are not happy. I don't know. It warmed up a little bit better, but it's still like pinchy. This is when the real mind games begin.
Yeah.
And it's all about figuring out how to navigate them. This is it. This is perfect Paris training.
Yes.
Faster than my fastest one last time. Then I could try to, what do you want?
If you feel good enough to take it at halfway, then you can do it. If not, just
Okay.
run your workout.
.420, baby. We're doing all right. Feels better than last session, and we're going faster. So just gonna keep it right there. Going into the miles, there's kind of always this mental self-doubt, to be honest. Like, it's like, can we really go 420 pace now over the last couple miles? And we ended up going 422, 420, 417. And that's about 10 to 15 seconds faster per mile than I did the workout, the first of this build. So we're trending in the right direction. It was a great session. The strength stuff.
It was hot today though. That's gotta give you confidence.
Yeah, it was. What are we, like 80 degrees-ish? How were they?
Not good.
Well,
I felt like I was pushing. I was like 29, 28.5.
well, hey, that out of end of a fatigue and mile repeats. And you know how it is when you don't have that as an expectation at the beginning of the workout, it's always harder.
Yeah, I could get a picture with you guys.
Heck yeah. Let this man breathe for a little bit.
Alright, yeah. You were flying.
He,
I know. Ashley gets mad at me for doing her job too.
Yeah.
Did I ever think Clayton would be an Olympian?
Was there any sign?
I don't know. I feel like Clayton, how long were you able to keep that goldfish alive?
oh, it went to the Larsons, which are my in-laws, when I went on a mission, and it died like right before I got home or something.
So how many years was that?
Like 4 or 5 years.
I feel like that's when I knew you were gonna be an Olympian. Who keeps a goldfish alive for 5 years? That takes a lot of work.
Is this your card? Ooh. Was it?
It's not.
Darn it.
It's not my car.
Darn it. Wait, what did I do wrong?
Brad did it on me yesterday and it worked.
I have had it work
Did I
on
do
me
another
before.
one on you?
It works every
I know one.
152 times.
Wait, what are we trying to do? I did some
hard.
Okay, can we have more water?
There you go.
Mine are smoky.
You make a good s'more.
Okay, Jen
Did
and
you find the
Jenna.
chocolate yet?
They're golden brown. Okay, we're gonna put it on a Oreo. Let me show you. Like this.
It smells like dark chocolate.
I don't know. You're the pro, Adam. You're the rail trail pro.
Well, the nice thing is he doesn't have a prelim and a final. It's just that Friday race. So this year it's only a 2-day fest.
Yeah.
Although we had Papapalooza family came together. I took him out to Cafe Rio, and then we came home and played some 5 crowns.
Connor's birthday is the 8th of December, right? So he's kind of got a similar deal with Christmas.
Oh, with Christmas, yeah. Well, even today, it's very subtle, but we're going downhill right now. Yeah, so when we turn around,
Mans has the key.
You'll get a workout.
Yeah, we're good, dude. I got it. Yeah, we got it.
Ah,
Clayton's gonna go
Nope.
a couple miles further,
it's just a tax break now.
but he'll just still also do the 3-mile pickup. Yeah.
We're going to Colorado Springs at some point, hopefully, to do a chamber sweat test, and I'll hopefully have some more information of how much I should be taking. Oh, maybe are we starting with Mance?
Yeah, we'll start.
Okay.
Mance, let's have you start with them, and since you're going 3 miles. So this one, Connor is going to be running 3 miles because his race is on Friday. Clayton will go 4 miles. Everybody else will hold on for dear life.
How did you know?
Yep. Oh, you're good. Todd, you can stay ahead of me, Todd. This is where we get our workout in, Garrett.
It came on the last 1.5 miles, 2 miles. That mile to mile and a half, I was hurting.
It was a decent headwind and
Yeah.
uphill, and like that was.
Yeah, that was
That was work.
work.